Oh, hello everyone. Karen Bonafilio, Inner Realms, Outer Journeys. We have another treat for you. Simon's back on the channel today. You want to say hi, Simon, before I start talking?
Yeah, hi Karen, and thank you for inviting me back.
I love having you back. You're a wealth of knowledge. Well, we're doing a live event with Simon today, so that means you get to do Q&A, questions and answers. We try to get to everybody. We can't always do that. And sometimes the message can apply to more than one person than just, it can apply to a few people if you've lost a mother or a father. And keep in mind that he will do mediumship, so he can connect you behind the veil to your loved ones. And he will also be doing some psychic predictions too for you. So if you want to know something about your journey or your finances, and you'll notice that Simon's a jack of all trades, and he truly is. And hello, everybody. I can't be looking at that and then looking at the camera. But anyway, Simon, a jack of all trades. What's your favorite thing that you specialize in?
Well, I've got to be honest with that question. It's two things really. On a personal note, I love mediumship. I love giving people readings because you can physically see that when you're giving the readings, the upliftment it gives them, the comfort that it gives them talking to their loved ones, having a bit of advice and guidance. And a lot of the times mediums will tell you this: you give a reading and a lot of the people turn around and say at the end of that reading, that's exactly what I needed to hear. So that you've helped someone in some way. So on that level of unconditional love, everything else I love, and it gives you such a great feeling. And then on the flip side, which I personally enjoy because it just gets my interest
Uh-huh.
going and things like that, I love the out on the fringe of sciences, quantum mechanics, quantum physics, that sort of things, about energy movement and otherworldly beings and so on and so forth, and how and just gets your juices going. For me, it does. It's an interest. It's something really sort of quite fascinating for me, something that we have yet to understand fully. So I like exploring that part. But as regards a personal thing where it feels love, I love giving mediumship because of the joy that it gives people, that you can see and hear that it gives people. So they're the things that I love the most, if I'm honest.
Well, I'm going to tell you that's a beautiful way to be a service, to be able to deliver a message from a loved one. And we did a video just the other day. We put it up, and Psychic was talking about galactic beings, aliens, and we have a future one coming, and he's talking about energy, and it's off the charts. So I highly suggest you tune in for that. Okay, my friend, are you ready? I think people might be wanting to
Always
ask
ready.
some
We've got
things,
quite a
and
few people coming on tonight, I've noticed in the comments. So
yeah, they are really happy to be here, um, and I'm just going to chit chat until a question comes up. And Simon, I think it was 2 times ago when we were talking, you gave me a message from my husband, and I appreciated that.
you're more than
So thank
welcome.
you. Okay, I hope I say your name correctly. Carol, okay, I'm going to have to look over here.
I had to put it out to anyone in there. If anybody has a question, whether it's about psychic, mediumship, anything to do with spirituality in any way, energy, anything whatsoever, please put the question up and we'll ask. And if anyone's got any questions about their own personal life, again, put it up and we'll do our best to answer it.
Okay, so hello, everyone. Um, okay, I'm going to go look for a question over here. Da, 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 da. Well, hi, everybody. We got Renee and Kay and Maria. Okay. Oh, welcome. I don't know. Linos, is that how you say a name? I'm very sorry if I say it incorrectly. First time here. Would love a message.
I actually got drawn. I actually got drawn to Rose Sullivan actually when she said, "I feel real love has passed me by."
Well,
If you
we'd
if
like
you
to
don't
start
mind,
there.
Yeah, if you don't mind, Karen, it's just
Nope.
something that I got drawn to, and that's an example, ladies and gentlemen, who's on tonight. I always go to who I'm drawn to, and again, that's how spirit work with me. I can look at people's names, or I can look at people's pictures, whether it's on Zoom, and I'll go to whoever I'm drawn to. Same with an audience who are in front of you. I look around, and that's where I get drawn to. And I just wanted to say, Rose, you say you feel that real love has passed you by. I'm just being shown, or I'm being told to tell you, it's dive deep within you. Find that feeling that you believe that you're not good enough for love. Find out where that comes from in this life. There's been a belief that's been instilled in you. And I think what happens is when we believe something that we're not good enough, or we're not going to get something because of what somebody has told us throughout our childhood, life, whatever, that it's compounded that fact. And sometimes we have to stop, and just look at ourselves and how we feel inside, and why we believe that real love has passed us by. And if we have that belief, we then create an image that real love is going to pass me by. So any opportunity that comes your way, you're going to miss it. You're not going to feel it, because you're expecting real love to be X, Y, and Z, and be perfection and wonderful and love and light. Well, maybe there's opportunities that have come your way that, if you had seen them and you'd believe that you are worthy of real love, find that love within you first of all. That's the most important thing. We have to have love for ourselves. And if we don't have love for ourselves, then how can we expect somebody to love us? So I just feel, Rose, that you need to find that deep sense within you, that unconditional love you have for yourself. You are good enough. Love will come your way, and then allow the energy to flow. And what I mean by that is allow life to just happen. If you have that belief that you are lovable, that you do love who you are, and that you are lovable, and that you are worthy, you will find in the coming weeks and months opportunities will come your way. Love, or potential love, will come your way. And then it's the same as anything that we have to grow. It has to start off as seed. We have to water it a little bit and allow it to grow. Love just isn't instant all the time. That's a human construct, and sometimes we have to build that love up. There are instant connections, I grant you, with souls and various things like that that recognize each other. But Rose, believe in yourself, sweetheart. Believe that you are lovable, and believe that you do love who you are. And I guarantee you that your life will change, your perspective will change. I'll
Well,
leave
she
that one.
says thank you. And Rose, I've been married 3 times and divorced twice. So I understand what you're going through. If I could suggest for you also, start telling yourself every day what you love about yourself, no matter how small or how big, all the things that you love about yourself. Okay.
I
Oh,
quite like the
I
question.
love doing this. This is fun.
Do. I do. I love doing this. I love the question from Heidi. Heidi Gould. Gould. I can't. Please excuse my ignorance, but from Heidi, he said, "I often wonder why my palms and the bottom of my feet vibrate. I also see symbols within my vision, not out in the physical." Um, well, straight off, Heidi, I'll go straight to the vision. A lot of visions I get, and images I get when I give readings and spirit and thing, are in my mind's eye. They are in my mind, and they come out of nowhere. And I've learned how to separate my ego and the human consciousness, and allow images, thoughts, and energy to come in. And I know the difference, that they come in around, or what I perceive to be random, but they're not. They are spirit. I also feel an external energy that connects to me, and that's when the images and the words flow, and I know it's a connection from spirit. So the images I get in your mind's eye, don't ignore mind's eye. It's not just your imagination. People think, well, it's just your imagination, you're thinking this, you're thinking that, but start to realize how many images, thoughts, and that you get that are actually relevant to what your life is at the moment, and you'll be surprised. And the ones that are random, that can come out of the blue, that you're not expecting, they're the ones that you need to sort of pay attention to a little more. As regards your hand and your feet vibrating, that could be a number of things. That could be your vibration and frequency. It could be your nervous system as a whole. If you've got stresses and strains and worries or triggers and traumas, belief and perceptions that are causing you problems going on in your life at the moment, then your body could be in a heightened state, and that could literally be just down to your nervous system being heightened, and it's creating a physical vibration in you. However,
Mm.
I don't feel it's that. I do feel, on the other hand, you have, I do, oh, as I connect to you, Heidi, I do feel that you're a high vibrating person anyway, and I feel that you're quite high, you're quite a bouncy, or you like to have a good outlook on life, and that creates your higher vibration. And when I mean by vibration, people say, "Well, how do you?" If you just sit and close your eyes and don't think of anything, and just see how your body feels, you will feel an internal vibration. You will feel that, and that will be your vibration and your frequency, so you can turn it up or turn it down. If you're feeling ill or you've got a virus or something, you'll notice that your vibration will be lower. If you're feeling sad, negative, that will be low. If you're happy, hyper, upbeat, that will be higher. You'll find that you'll vibrate higher. And and also, if your hands are heating up, I feel that your hands and your feet heal up. That's normally a good indicator that you're a healer, that you've got amazing healing energy that you'll be able to pass on to others, whether it's hands on or at a distance. Find out how you can do distance healing and hands on spiritual healing with that. And hands, when they heat up, because mine heat up. As I'm talking now, I heat up. It's now I know spirit are with me. I know my guides with me. I know I'm connected to my higher self. And when that happens, I naturally vibrate, and my hands will feel vibrational. They will feel hot, the same as my feet, the soles of my feet. Your hands and your feet have massive nerve endings on the end of them. That's why the feet are connected to certain part of your body, and the same with your hand. So so when you get higher vibration, your nervous system will vibrate higher as well, and that could be what's all creating this. So there's a number of things there, Heidi, that if you work out, only you'll be able to work out, because you know your own body. So if there's stresses and worries are going around you can say, oh, well, it could be that. But if life is okay and things like that don't worry you so much, but you feel connected to spirit and your own soul and your own higher self, that would also cause the same thing as well. But only you would truly know that, Highly. Sorry, I rambled on there a little bit.
No, you didn't ramble. It was perfect, and it's resonating with her. And I'm going to see. I'm just going to let you go to who you're drawn to, unless a question comes up that you want to answer. And I want to thank everybody for all the love. Really, you guys are so friendly and so nice. We can feel that. You know that. Um, Anything drawn to yet, Simon?
Yes, I'm actually looking at Queasy Jones. Can I have a reading from you? I lost my grandmother last Sunday. We laid her to rest on Wednesday. The instant I'm going to go straight into it, because I do feel that I've got spirit with me. They're not showing me who they are. I just feel a connection as soon as I saw your name, Queasy Jones, and what I read. I feel that you laying to rest Wednesday. I do feel that she was actually very proud with the turnout and what
Mm.
people did. I would even push it as far to say that it was quite, I wouldn't say a party, but I think it was quite an upbeat gathering, and there was lots of food and drink flowing and everything else. And I feel it was really quite an upbeat wake. It
Mhm.
wasn't a down and depressing one. I feel there was music playing and all of that.
Go.
Do apologise. I do feel that someone's connected me who passed of a breathing issue or passed with chest issues around the chest, and my heart is racing as well. So it could even be a heart attack. But I don't know who this is, but that's the energy that's connecting to me. I do feel as well though, Queasy Jones. I don't know why, but I'm getting, and I don't mean to be stereotypical, so please excuse my ignorance, but I'm seeing like a procession walking down Bourbon Street in New Orleans. That's what I'm seeing, with trumpets
Ah.
playing and people like a marching band and all that. And I really do feel there was a celebration of life. And I feel that the lady that's connecting to me, if that is your grandmother, I hope it is, that she really enjoyed life, or she tried to see the upbeat, the good, and the fun in life, rather than the down and the mundane and the negative. She really tried to make people upbeat. But I feel a really upbeat, quite lovely, joyous, quite even almost over the top and loud lady, but in a really in a loving sort of way. So I hope that helps you, Queasy. That if that is your grandmother, then I hope that the message helps you. It's The best thing I can say when someone passes, it's actually a comedian, and he said it's only painful for the living. And
Hmm.
it is, when we think about death and grief, it is painful those that are left behind because we miss them, and all that. But I do feel that your grandmother, she's actually showing me that she's proud of you for some reason. You took a turn away from a different life at some point. You could have gone one way, and it could have, and your life could have ended up in a bad situation or down a bad road. But she's saying you took a conscious decision to walk away from something, and she is so proud of you for that. And she is going to be sticking with you. Helping you in your cross paths of the life decisions that you're going to make, but I feel that there's something coming this year for you that's going to reward you for that decision where you decided to turn away from something. And she said again, she's so proud of you for that.
Oh, what a beautiful message. Just absolutely beautiful. Queasy, I'm glad he could bring that to you. If you're new to this type of format, you just type a question in the chat, and Simon may be drawn to you and will answer your question. Also, keep in mind we're doing this every Monday at 2 o'clock. So if you don't get your question answered today, not that Simon's going to be here every time, but that might be cool. Um, it'll get answered eventually. So hang in there.
Perfect. I'm just reading what Queasy was saying. So
Yeah.
I thank you for that. I want to just quickly go to talk KK. Can you speak to animals that have passed on? KK, right at the end, said, yeah, Grandma, but she also said, can you speak to animals that have passed on? Very much so, KK. You can speak to animals that are living. Um, some people will disagree with this in some parts of the world, but animals still have souls. Every living creature in this world has a soul. We could have been an animal at some point in our past life. It's all about learning different life. So, can we communicate with animals? Very much so. I have often have animals come through during a reading that wanting to be acknowledged, or whatever, to the loved one that I'm giving their message to. So, very much so. And don't forget, our animals, especially our pets, they become family. They become part of our family. So when we lose them, that's why it's just as devastating as when we lose, you know, a relative or something. So yes, KK, yes, you can speak to animals that have passed on. Some are same as everything else. Some are better at it than others, but very much so.
Simon, I've also heard that animals are from the angelic realm, and they will also follow you in your different lifetimes.
Yes,
Hmm.
very much so. They say that. I'm open to that one. That you have a life guide that's with you your entire life, but they also say, some say that you have a guide that's with you through all the various different lives that you have, whether it's the same one or different one. That's open to speculation and conjecture, and that's other people's opinions and experiences. And I'll never say anyone's wrong on that. All I know is at the moment is that I live in the moment. I'm in this life. I'm in this moment, and I live from that. I do have experiences, as everyone who does spiritual work or spiritual journey, of remembering things from a past life. And I don't necessarily mean that you hear some stories about children where I used to live there, and and then you hear about backstory that they were reincarnated and things like that, which I do believe. But I find that there's personal traits about me that I often wonder, where did I get that from? It wasn't my mother or father or anything. Where have I got that ability from, or where have I got that interest, or I'm really interested in something, or I go to a place that I've never been before, but suddenly I feel that I have been there before. I know the place inside out and things like that. And that's where I think that's when for me anyway, that's when my past life comes into play, where, oh, that's from a past life, or that interest or that ability that I have that I can't work out where I learned in this life or where it's come from. It's come
Yeah.
from a past life. So it things like that.
Do you do that, Simon? Do you do past life regressions?
Yes, I can do. I do a past life regression meditation. It can take a while. It's a long meditation and it's a guided meditation. But I do. I can take you back to specific lives. So if you've got, say, there's something you want to deal with that's bothering you and you don't know where it comes from or why, and you want to understand it, I can take you back to a specific past life that created that, so you can then deal with it
Oh,
or understand where it comes from and why and things like that. Or if you just have an interest that you want to go into a past life, I can do that. I don't pick and choose the past life. That's down to you and your soul. So
mhm.
what I do is I get you there. It's the same when I do any kind of guided meditation. I get people to the point that I then hand you over the spirit, or I then hand you over to whatever journey you're on. I get you to that point. I get you to the starting line, and then I let spirit
Oh,
guide you on that starting line. So, as regards past life regression, yes, I can do past life regression meditations, and then you will see, feel, and hear the life that you were in, that you were looking at specifically.
and spirit will drive you to the one that they want you to know
Yes.
about too, I imagine.
Exactly, exactly. It's not my place to say, "Oh, it's this life." So if you sit there and you say, "I want to work out this," or "I want to go to this life," Spirit will take you to that life,
There
or
you
take
go.
you to the life that you need to see in that moment.
Okay, awesome. Quiet. Sorry, my doggies are feeding off my energy, and I'm really excited and happy today. So they're just barking
Enjoy it.
under the bed.
Enjoy
All
it.
right, Simon. Who else do you are you drawn
Well,
to? You
I am looking at the things that are coming up, and I'm, like I say, I always go to people that I'm drawn to. Um, I
we
just
love
like
you all.
Again, Linus Roberts. I am going to go to Linus Roberts. Would love a message from a loved one. And also, do you know who the two spirits that's with me? Well, first of all, Linus Roberts. Say there's two spirits. I would say two presents. Um, let me just. A gentleman is definitely one of them, and a gentleman of family, so either father or grandfather. So there's definitely a gentleman with you on that sense. But I also get a sense of another presence. I feel this is more a spiritual guide, rather than a relative. Um, I feel also they show me, Linos, that I think you started a spiritual journey. Now, I do get the feeling you may have been interested in spiritual journeys or energy and spirit and everything else for a little while anyway. But I feel you've had an experience relatively recently that you're still trying to work out and you're trying to find out. And I feel this is something has instigated an actual spiritual journey for you, hence why you have those two spirits next to you, your guide and the male. And I feel this is the guidance they're coming through. I feel that you're having dreams, I feel that you're seeing colors, and I feel that you're seeing lights flickering around you in the home, or wherever it is you are. And I feel that you're having spiritual experiences, but because it's so, without being, excuse the pun, but because it's so alien to you, it's confusing you. And I feel that your human mind is thinking things that may not necessarily be true. But I feel that you're having a physical action, but I feel it's been building up slowly because they've been trying to wake you up for a little while. And with spirit, if you don't wake up, they keep going and going and going until eventually you sort of pay attention or take notice. And I feel that's happened. You're taking notice. So I feel, reach out to people, any local groups, anything online, whatever, a development circle of any kind, or circle or group of people where you can get together and you can learn how to meditate, you can learn how to do all this stuff if you don't already. But I just do feel that there's something around you where they're waking you up, or they're taking you to a next level, and it's creating a curiosity in you, but also it's creating a little bit of debate inside yourself between your own human self and what's going on. And I feel that you're having almost a review of your beliefs and perceptions of life and what is real and what's not real and things like this, and you're starting to really feel a connection to the higher level. I hope that makes sense to you, Linos. Blockage, yeah, I feel that's you're joining one this week. Perfect. There you go. This is what you should be doing. This is where you're going. So you feel, you say you have a blockage. Well, join in this circle, join in a group that you're doing, which you've just confirmed that I said you'd be doing. That will remove the blockage, because I guarantee you 95% of the blockage we have with our spiritual journey is ourselves, is our human selves, our human beliefs. It should happen like this, I should get this, I should, and it's not like that. You have to find your own way and your own feeling and how to connect to spirit and everything else. And don't forget, first and foremost, for any spiritual journey, make sure you're okay first. Make sure you love who you are first and connect to yourself. Well, you're saying you're trying to find who your guide is. That will show with the group that you join. You will see your guide. I do workshops and development groups and all that, and that's one of the first things I do is actually introduce you to your spirit guide. It's one of the first things I do, is to get you used to creating a relationship and a bond with that spirit guide. So we'll all be coming, Linos, but have a little patience, have a little bit of patience, go with the flow, and just know things happen how they're meant to happen.
Yes.
So you may have some answers that you don't know yet, but you will, as you join this group and you start going forward, you will find the answers. As regards a message from your family, it is patience. I feel that you're quite a person that likes to get up and do, and when you want to do, you expect results now, now, now. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just who you are. It's your energy that you like to get on and do. What they're asking you to do is just take a step back. I feel that there's a lot of chaos going on around you anyway in your life, and I feel that people are drawing on you and it's draining you and tiring you, and it feels like you've got to do something for everybody else. I feel this is a time in your life, Linus, where you need to spend time on you, make yourself feel better, heal a little bit, because I feel that there's a bit of emotion in you, things like that. But also, I feel it's finding the strength within you to finally do what's right for you. And this spiritual journey is part of that.
I don't know if you saw the message from Linos, but he said you're spot on and amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah. Little validation's always nice.
This it is always very nice, but this is how I work, Karen. Um, Part of our spiritual journey to develop to be a medium or psychic is removing our ego and our own thoughts and memories, because we can get a feeling that comes in and then we'll question it. Is that me or is that them? And that's when we get it wrong. So I've learned, as I said at the beginning, just to be able to quieten my consciousness, quieten my ego, and then whatever comes in, and it is just random, that's the stuff that I pat, and I always just give what I get. I don't try and interpret it because it's not meant to make sense to me. The
Right.
amount of time I will give a message and I'll say, I haven't got a clue why I'm saying this, but I'll just blah. And then the person goes, I know exactly what you mean. And I'm like, well, I'm glad you do, because it don't make, well, it's not going to make sense to me because
You
it's
know what
not.
I noticed about you, Simon, is you connect with someone and then you just immediately start talking.
Yes,
You're not asking for validation. You just start shooting from the hip.
I do,
And
because it is, this is where the trust comes in.
hmm
Um, it caused me a lot of problems in the development because it's trusting in you, and you have this feeling inside, but almost a bit embarrassed that you get it wrong, or you're frightened of getting it wrong. Once I've removed that ego, and this, I mean this in a nice way, I don't care what people think of me. I've got
perfect.
that ability. I don't care what they think. I don't care what they say. If someone says no to me, what I said to them, no, that's not right. I go, no problem. Let me try and reword it. I don't
hmm
change the message. I'll just change the words, because sometimes it can be about interpretation. So the message, the essential message doesn't change. But and the amount of times I've done that where someone says, "No, I can't really take that," and I've reworded it, and they go,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, I take what you mean now."
Mm-hmm.
But
That makes
because I remove myself an ego, and I don't care what people think of me. I don't I don't care whether I'm the best or the worst medium. I'm not worried or fussed about that. I just give what I get. And
mm-hmm.
because of that, it allows me to what I call remove the fluff in our mind. So I know in that moment when I'm connected to spirit, um, that I know the energy that the information comes in, so I can spot it straight away now. It took me a little while to work it out, but as soon
Yeah,
as I feel that energy that comes with a feeling, an image, I instantly know that's a message. And then I look at it and I say it in my head, right, who's that for? That's when spirit will show me a name or a face. That's who it's for. Right, I need to go to them. And then, like you say,
go to them.
I just say what I get.
You mentioned the colors, Simon. Can you tell us about the colors?
Yeah, the colors are very important. They normally, I associate all the colors that I work with all to do with my chakras. So you've got 7 in your body. There's another 5 outside, but that's for another day. But the main 7 energy centers in your body are your crown chakra. Now that can be white or gold.
Mm-hmm.
I used it as gold. It's the connection to my higher self, connection to spirit. It's the top. So see that as white and gold. Then you have your mind's eye, which is the center of your forehead, and I see that as purple, violet, purple, that kind of color.
Mm-hmm.
People have different shades, but purple. Then you have your throat chakra, and that's blue. And they do tend to mean things. Like I said, the crown chakra is for connecting to the divine, connecting to your higher self. Your mind's eye is purple. That opens you up to your psychic and mediumship abilities, intuition, so on and so forth. Your throat is blue, and your throat is 2 things: communication and emotion, but the color is blue. Your heart is green, and obviously, your heart, love, healing, all those wonderful, warm, fuzzy things, all that, no problem, but it's green. Then you have your solar plexus in your stomach. Now, this is where I personally believe our soul sits, in the bottom of our stomach, the solar plexus, because when you look at the human body, you've got the pelvis bone. It's a cup. So your soul sits in that position, right in the pit of your stomach. That's where we say gut instinct, intuition comes from. Your passion for life, and that's yellow. Your solar plexus is yellow. Um, then you have your sacral, which is your groin and your hips, things like that. And that's passion and love and sexual energy and things like that. And that's orange. And then you have your base chakra, which is the base of your spine. And that's like, that can be grounding. It can be your energy. It could be even anger. It's all that sort of tight energy. But that's your base chakra, and that's red. So you have red for your base, orange for your sacral, yellow for your solar plexus, green for your heart, blue for your throat, purple for your mind's eye, and gold for your top. Now, the reason why the colors are important to that is sometimes when I'm looking at someone, and spirits say, they're not well at the moment, um, they'll show me at what part of the body that they're not well, and it could be by a color. So if I see green, I know they got a problem. Then I'll feel my heart sort of start saying, "Oh, they've got a heart problem," so on and so forth. It's also a good indication of where somebody's blockages is in life. So throat is a good one, and I say this when I clear people's chakras in an energy session, and I say which. When you imagine that energy is flowing through each of these chakras, where does it seem to stop? Oh, my throat. I can't seem to get it past my throat. Right. Does your throat feel constricted? Yes, it does. Is there, and now instantly I would go to either A, there's something going on in their life that they need to speak out on and they're not speaking their truth. That could cause it. Or it can be simple that they have emotion and sadness around them and they get emotional, as we all do. When we get emotional, our throat can sort of constrict. So again, the colors will indicate the chakra, but then the chakra will also indicate particular things, and they mean particular things. And if people Google, the body chakras and stuff like that, it will, they'll be able to understand what each one means. But the colors I normally associate to the chakras, but also um, removing the chakra colors. If I'm looking at someone's aura and they've got colors in their aura, those colors will mean particular thing, and that's basically down to what your interpretation is. So if I see a red thing, that's normally danger, there's something bad here. They could be not feeling well. So if I see red around someone's knee, they've got a bad knee or
Mhm.
something like that. If they're covered in green, all in green, then I know it's healing. I see green as a healing color. So I know that they could either be a healer or they're being healed as we speak. So there's loads of different things. This is where I say the journey is about you, because I can say, oh, it means this or means that. But to you, it can mean something completely different. It all
Mhm.
depends what feels right for you. This is when, again, you have to take in. So I call myself jack of all trades, because I can look at something, and if I believe it's one thing by my own experience, something inside me will go, no, that's wrong. My stomach will go a little tweak, and I feel I've got it wrong. And then I have to backtrack and I have to go, okay, it's not that. So what is it? Show me what it is. Then they'll show me what it is. I go, right, I'll take that. It's not this, it's that. And the person go, I can take exactly what you mean now. So we have to be open to so many different things. But again, what something means to you will be different to me, and we have to take that into account. So we have to be careful with that.
Okay. That was wonderful information. Anyone else that you're drawn to right now, Simon?
I'm
And I
just
just
looking
want
at you.
to,
Go,
can
go
you
ahead.
take, who is that?
No, I was to say I'm still looking. I'm just going to have a look through to see if I'm drawn to anyone.
I want to say something about the aura because someone had mentioned that. Your aura changes all the time. The pictures are beautiful when you have them, but they do change
Yes.
throughout the day on a daily basis. Yeah.
Yeah, because your aura, for want of a better word, is your electromagnetic field.
Yeah.
Our bodies are any electricity generators. Our whole body works on electrical impulses. So anything that creates electricity creates an electromagnetic field, no matter how small or how powerful, how weak it is, or whatever. We have this field around us. Now, if we're feeling on top of the world and we're feeling great, we're producing great energy, lovely joy, everything. So our aura is going to be huge. It's going to be
Yeah.
extended far out of our body. How many
Mhm.
times do you hear people say you can feel someone walking into the room because their energy? Yeah, because they've walked in with confidence and
Yeah.
bounding with energy, and people can feel it. Whereas if you see someone walk in and they're meek and mild and they look down and think
Hmm.
their aura is going to be very small because they want to keep themselves tight, they don't want to be seen, things like that. So
Yeah.
our aura will be as big and as small as we make it.
Yeah.
But then the colors that are in that aura are going to indicate what mood you're in, what
Right.
character you've got, all those things. If there's anything wrong with you, you got a bit of aches and pains, or you got an attachment, or you're carrying around an energy that's not good for you, that's when the colors come into play.
Okay. All right.
That's
Oh, you are welcome, Tracy. We're happy to bring this to you. It's good to be of service. I'm going to do,
Can I
if you're
just
not,
say that, Tracy? Can I just comment on what an amazing gift you have? Blessings to you, Casey. I don't see it as a gift, and I'm not being arrogant. Every single human on this earth can do this if you learn how to do it. We are all spirit. People say, how do you connect to spirit? I don't connect to spirit. I connect to myself. I am spirit. My energy, my soul is spirit. Tracy, you have a spirit. If we just learn how to do this, someone just points the way, just guides you a little bit. Think we can all learn to do this. This isn't a gift. This isn't only certain people have it. It's no different to sports people or whatever. There's always going to be someone who's really good at it, and there's going to be someone who's not so good at it. I can play football, but I can't play it well enough to, earn money. Do you know what I mean? So all I'm saying is I can kick a football, but does it mean I'm any good? I don't know. But if I practice and I worked at it, I'm sure I'll become pretty good at it. So to everyone on here tonight, if you think this is something that's just a gift, remove that thought from your mind. Everybody can do this.
Okay, you keep looking, Simon. And if you're still looking, I have something to say. Can I say
Yeah,
something?
please do.
Okay. My husband is, for those of you that don't know me, he is in spirit. And he's giving me messages right now while Simon is doing this. And I would like to tell you, they're more directed at me. And I know it's him because he always calls me babe. And he likes the format of the show. He says, babe, you've got this. And you're helping so many. Well, I'm helping so many through Simon also. Yeah.
I want to
So,
come to Abby if you don't mind. Abby
Abby,
Haradeki.
Abby.
Haradeki, I
Where's
do
Abby?
apologize if I pronounce your words wrong. Your
Oh, there
name,
she is.
mind you. And so I want to come to Abby.
Uh,
If you're there, Abby. I know
there
you.
she is.
There she is.
Her daughter, Brittany.
You say you want me to connect to your daughter, Brittany. As I always say, Abby, I give what I get, and at the moment, I do get a young girl with me. She's showing me a couple of things. I don't know if it's a baby rattle or a baby toy, but when you shake it, it makes noise. I'm also seeing someone holding a lollipop, but it's a very large lollipop, and I'm also seeing a sunflower. So I'm seeing three things from a young female energy that is connecting to me. I feel that she is very happy. I don't know if she was like that in her life, but or what she had to go through. She's not showing me any of that. It's almost like saying, "I don't want to live that. I live this. I live this energy." I feel that there's a beaming smile. I'm just getting yellow around her, so I'm getting sunshine, a lot of yellow, sunflowers, all that. But I'm just getting a real bouncy, happy, joyous energy and child, if I'm honest with you, and I'm getting lots of laughter and lots of playing. So I don't know if that's what she was like when she was here on the earth plane, or that's what she's like now in spirit. But I'm getting lots of playing around and joy, and I am really being lifted up. I'm being lifted up with a real joyous childlike energy, and it's almost like, okay, would you understand? She's saying, no more tears, mummy. She's saying, no more tears, mummy. She wants you to laugh. She wants you to chuckle. And in actual fact, she's showing me that there's objects that have moved in the house, and that's her playing with you, trying to laugh, trying to let you know that she's with you. So I feel that there's some objects that have moved or have made a sound or fallen off the wall or something, but it's her way of just playing around. And if anything, I think that she hides some things that you try and fit, and it's her having a little bit of mischievousness, having a little bit of fun with you, Abby. I really do feel that she's been trying to connect with you, but obviously because of your grief and your sadness, you're struggling to see through that, and you're just very, very low, which I totally understand. But she keeps showing me.
She wants you to tell her to quit hiding stuff from her.
So she has been hiding stuff from me. That's even better. But it's confirmation, not for me. It's confirmation, Abby. It's confirmation for you, darling, that she's around you. There you go. Sunflowers are a big symbol, and that's what she's trying to show you. She's just showing me again one of those great big lollipops that's almost the size of a child's head, but it's got the spirals of all the multicolours with it. And I don't know, that gives her so much joy, and I don't know why. And I'm also seeing a small teddy bear, not a big one or a medium sized one, just a little small one. So I don't know if she had a small teddy bear or one was put in with her towards the end, but I'm seeing it. She's showing me that. But the main message is she keeps trying to get through. She wants you to be happy. She's saying, no more tears, mummy. No more tears. She keeps seeing you crying. She wants you to stop crying, but she wants you to. She wants you to be as joyous and as happy as what she was. She wants you to feel her energy, and she wants you to live your life in honor for her. So be happy in honor of her, Abby.
Yeah, that was beautiful, Simon.
Tell her to stop hiding stuff from me. I love that. I knew it. There you go. She was blinking the lights to music the other night. There you go, Abby. She is so
I know
much
that's
around you.
awesome.
Take these wonderful signs you get, the lights, the hiding, the stuff. That's her with you. I'm hearing her giggling when she's doing it. But just connect to her. Just say hello. Tell her how much you love her. She will hear you and you will feel her hug you.
Hmm. Yes, beautiful, Simon. Beautiful.
This is the part what I love, darling. It's giving comfort to someone, giving them a little bit of love that their loved ones are around. It
Hmm.
gives them a little bit of guidance. It gives them that comfort. It alleviates their pain. And death is a horrible part of life's journey, but it's a real part of our journey.
Yeah.
And I believe it's just another beginning. Death is just another beginning, and they go to spirit world and they carry on and they become what they want to be. And she's over on the other side, darling. Honestly, she's playing around all the time, play, play, play. She is just so happy. And when I try to get some more details, well, it's almost like I don't want to talk about that. It's like that's negative. That's what I don't want to talk about. And she just goes straight to this beautiful ball of energy. And I do. I get the sunflowers. I'm getting the sunshine, the yellow. A yellow is a color in particular. I think that she liked or was around her a lot. But find that joy within you, Abby. Again, you're more than welcome.
Okay.
So I'm just reading the comments. Just
Yeah.
flicking through to see how else I'm drawn to. Uh,
You go look, Simon. This is
yes,
your ballpark.
Abby. Yes, she is definitely still around you. She's around you because she wants to uplift you. Um, so yeah, just believe in that. And then when you have these experiences, like things are going missing or moving around or the lights are flicking on, just say hello.
Okay.
So who else we get to?
You've got a lot of questions there, Simon, to choose
I'm
from.
going to go to Michelle Graham. Actually, I need the truth. I need to know my invisible army is here to fight this fight with me. Um, I understand what you're saying, Michelle. As soon as I got that, I saw your name and I read that question on you. You say you need to know your invisible army. You already know they are. Michelle, you feel it. You feel the heaviness, and I don't mean heavy as in negativity, but you feel a presence around you. You feel and you know that spirit have your back in some way. And I'm being told by a gentleman or a male energy, you need to stand your ground because you have done nothing wrong. It's almost like you are being forced, or you're being manipulated, or you're being coerced into believing or saying something that isn't true, and there's something inside of you that just cannot do that. And this gentleman that's connecting to me, he all I keep saying is you need to stand your ground. You need to stand your ground. There's
Mm,
something that's going on in your life that you need to stand your ground on. So whatever this fight is that you've got coming up, or the fight that you're fighting, you need to stand your ground, as in the truth. And that's what it's about. You're just trying to reveal the truth. Would that make sense to you, Michelle? I know you're saying you need the truth, but I'm being shown that you are the truth.
oh, there she says that's me.
There you go. I feel that you are the truth. And that's what you need to stick to. Stick to your guns, stick to your truth. And I feel the truth, or the answers that you're searching for, will
Oh,
reveal themselves, because I feel that there's people around you that won't be able to handle you standing your ground. And in the process of them sort of fighting that, truth will come out or things will slip out.
why am I getting chills, Simon, as you're doing this? I
Uh,
get so many chills. Jeez. And I feel like crying every once in a while, too. Jeez.
that's definitely emotion. There's a lot of emotion around. That's part of, if when you're a medium, if you feel that uh, um, that Karen, if you're giving someone and you feel like you want to cry, then that
Hmm.
will be part of the message as well. That's will be part of the energy that you're connecting to. That's not necessarily you and your reaction. It's
Okay.
you're picking up somebody else's.
Some of their energy. Okay. Thank you.
There you go. Your mum's will is being changed, I believe, behind her back. This is what I'm saying. I feel like someone is being forced to agree or to like I said, sign something or agree to something that isn't true. I just know that there's there's manipulation going on, and you need to speak your voice. I'm even being told, Michelle, and I don't know how wise this is, but I'm even being told it's like you need to speak out. It's like you need to actually start talking to people, or you actually need to start telling people what you believe and what you think, and it's almost like you need to get it out, if that makes sense to you. um I've got a gentleman that's connecting to me. This is still for Michelle. Michelle Gray. Um, I don't know if it's. I've got a male that's connecting me. What he's showing me is I don't know if it's male or female, but they keep taking me to the wrist, and I'm seeing either a bracelet. I feel it's a bracelet. It's not a watch, but I feel there's a bracelet. There's something, and I'm seeing white stones on them. So I don't know if they're diamonds or clear stones or whatever they are, but I'm seeing like quite a dainty. So I would imagine it's female, quite a dainty, sort of quite a fine looking bracelet with a tiny little chain on it. You know, the ones that when you take the bracelet apart, you've got a chain so it doesn't fall apart fully. It's got like a little chain to it as well. And I feel there is gold. It is gold, a gold bracelet of some kind. But someone's showing me that. So whoever's in spirit, they're showing me that. So as a confirmation, Michelle, and that was for you. It's just a confirmation, a piece for that. Right. There you go. So have a talk. Carry on, Michelle. How you say you were having a talk the other day? Oh, there's a lot of messages on tonight.
I know.
A
How
load of
you
people
doing with
asking
it?
questions. I'm fine. I love it when it's busy like this, and I love it when we get people on and all that. And again, people, I know I'm giving out messages, but if anyone's got a question, just a general question or a curious question, then please don't be frightened to ask. Um, I do, if Karen don't mind,
Do
I
do?
do, I do. I will be advertising tomorrow. I'm doing a 7 week meditation and healing and energy circle and concentrating on each chakra that we talked about. That'll be advertised on my Facebook page in the next day. That will be starting towards the end of January, and I'll be doing a couple of development workshops in January, one in January and one in February, that will explain a lot of this stuff. Or just talk to Karen, because Karen has her own direction and she knows people as well and is a lovely soul herself. So one thing I'd always say to anyone on a spiritual journey: ask the question and don't be frightened to ask questions. Always ask.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Simon, we probably have time for a couple more if you can get to them.
Certainly. I'm just
I
going to
know
go.
I said do do. That's why he said it. That's why I was playing on the
Love it.
words. Do do. I have a really weird sense of humor.
Okay, okay.
Hmm.
Uh, I need to come to Sharon Marie Brett. Sharon Marie Brett, please, is my sister okay in spirit? She was murdered. Um,
Oh,
as soon as I got this, you saw your name, and I read the message, Sharon. Instantly, I got a female energy connect to me. I do believe it's your sister, and it's almost like you two are as thick as thieves, and I mean that in a lovely way. I feel that you had an amazing bond together. Um, I don't know if you were twins or anything else like that, but I feel that you both had a connection, that when there was something wrong, you knew, and when there was something wrong with you, she knew. Or you ring up, are you okay? I'm just picking you up.
mhm,
I almost feel like there was that psychological connection between the two of you, spiritual connection, where you just knew. I'm also being shown that when something happened, when she passed away, you knew something had badly happened. I'm being shown that. I hope that makes sense to you, Sharon. She is coming through, like I say, she's coming through with a beautiful, boundless energy. She's upbeat, and I'll be honest with you, I know about how she passed because, like you said, um,
mhm,
I'm gonna go on to this. I feel that there's something around the way she passed. I know you said she murdered, but I don't know. I get the feeling that either A, the person wasn't caught, or B, there was confusion around the court case or what followed afterwards. I feel that there's something that she's showing me that there is that caused a bit more pain for the family more than what it was needed. But she's coming through and she's saying, please don't worry about that. I'm over here. Nothing can change. I'm happy. Um, she's just showing me you two together like that, Sharon, so much like you are Tweedledee and Tweedledum almost. You know that you are very similar in characters. Uh, Thick as thieves, always up to stomach, going on shopping trips, going on coffees and things like that. It's almost like you were friends, not just sisters. You were good or best friends as well. She is showing me that. Um, but I feel that she's saying either mum or an older female in the family that's still struggling with the loss. And she's saying, I am keeping an eye on her. I am with her. I am trying to make her, to let go and grieve, or someone. There is another female in the family that's still struggling with her loss. She is showing me that, and she is aware of that. Okay. Um, I do still feel that there's questions. Um, I do feel that there's questions as regards her life, or what went on with her passing. Uh, yeah, husband killed her and then killed himself. Okay, but I also do feel that there's questions. I think there's things that went on afterwards that may have caused more pain. And she's saying, let them go, let them go. They're not relevant. They're not important. Almost. She's saying they may be important to some people, but it's only causing distress. So let it go. Um, she keeps showing me a heart with flowers with a heart-shaped flowers. I don't know if they're white or something, but they are beautiful. And I'm just seeing a heart with flowers. I would say they're white flowers around them, white flowers creating a white heart. And I don't know if there is an inscription or a picture in the center of the heart, but she keeps showing me a heart with flowers. And so I'm just, your other sister struggles. Okay, Sharon, I can understand that. Please pass on that she's coming through and she doesn't want any more tears. She doesn't want people to struggle. She's here. Mm, she's just showing me flowers everywhere. Flowers everywhere, and it's almost like it's a springtime, because it's like a warm spring morning, and it's like she's dancing around and there's flowers everywhere, and she's wearing like a white cotton dress with a white floppy hat, or a floppy hat of some kind, but she's just in such joy, and I'm seeing flowers everywhere, just flowers, flowers, flowers. Yeah, I have a door reef. It's heart and it's white. There you go. That's a good evidential thing for you, Sharon, that it's her. She sees all this stuff. She sees that white heart with the flowers. Just tell her that, just know that she's there and she got so much love for you. She's struggling herself because she hates to see you guys in so much sadness and still struggling yourself. She wants you to have the zest of life that she had. This seems to be the theme of the messages tonight, Karen, about,
Mhm,
about people reliving life. Life
mhm,
can be destructive, life can be painful, life can be struggling, and we can all lose people that we love absolutely dearly. But life goes on. And do we think those people would want us to live the rest of our lives in sadness? No. They want us to be happy. They want us to be
mhm,
joyful. And this is what the spirits are all saying. And I'll pass this out to everybody tonight. Find the joy in life again. Find
mhm.
that energy that life is beautiful.
That's wonderful. And it sometimes it is so difficult when you lose someone because you're wrapped up so emotionally. But they do when they're in the heavenly realms. They just want pure happiness for you to keep on living your life. And believe me, I didn't believe that when my husband died. I did not believe that. I was so entrenched in my grief. Um, I want you to know that Simon's really good about answering anything if you contact him on Facebook, if you go to Messenger or whatever. And I don't think if another one's coming up, but he will be posting soon his upcoming courses that he's going to be teaching. And then I had asked my husband to give you guys a message. He kept giving me messages, but I finally got one for you guys. And he said, and his name, we called him Bono. He says, believe in yourself and you all hold so much power. And I believe Simon was saying that too, that you do have so much power, and those gifts are not just his or mine or whatever, they're all of ours. So just
All our
believe.
answers come from within.
Mm-hmm.
All our answers, all our love, all our joy, all our
Mm-hmm.
happiness, that all comes from within us, that already in us. So when we feel lost, we feel grief stricken, we feel pain, and we don't feel we can move forward. I
Mm-hmm.
understand about honoring people that passes. I understand about honoring the love we have for them. But then there comes a point where you have to ask yourself, I want to live again.
Mm-hmm.
So all that love, all that joy, all that happiness,
It is, Linda.
all within us. It's all within us. And I guarantee you, the amount of people go, I want to hear from such and such person. They're already talking to you, but your own doubts think that what you're hearing and what you're feeling isn't true. So you need someone to confirm it. If you can believe and trust in yourself and believe in spirit, and you feel whether it's a smell, a noise, or a feeling, there's certain. My late grandmother on my mother's side, she always used to use a particular moisturizer called Oil of Ulay in the UK. It's called Oil of Ulay. When I was a child, all I remember was that smell. And whenever I get
Mm-hmm.
that smell around me now, I know instantly my nan's around me, and I go, "Hello, nan, how are you?" And I feel my nan embrace me, and I just get this warm, fuzzy feeling. And I truly feel that they're there. And this is what we
Mm-hmm.
need to do, guys, is trust that spirit do have our back. Notice the little subtleties, a little whiff of a smell that you recognize,
Yeah.
or a sound, or an object moving, or just a feeling someone's there. Just say hello, and they will connect you, and you will have a physical experience, and it will be the most wonderful, joyous connection you'll ever have.
That's so true. I want to just say one more thing about grief, because I notice so many of you are grieving, and I truly do understand that. And I remember people telling me, well, he'd want you to be happy. I'm going to cuss, so just know that. And then I would think, well, then he shouldn't have fucking died. But
Yeah,
I've gone from this to now I talk to him all the time. So
yeah.
you can find light at the end of the tunnel, and it's not a train. So just hang in there. Seriously, hang in there. And
I,
Simon, I want to come and thank you for sharing all your knowledge. I'm not
I
going to call
love
it
it.
gifts, all
I
your
love
knowledge
it.
with us.
And what you've just said is absolutely spot on, Karen. And also, I'd add to it is people ask spirit questions. Ask
Yep.
them, can you help me? Can you show me the way? Can you guide me? And you will be amazed at the answers you get. May not be in that moment, it may be the following day or a week later.
Yeah.
You will get what you ask for.
Okay. I'm going to build on that. Sorry. Um, Ask them questions and don't doubt it. And then I keep a journal. Every time I get told something, I write it down. I don't negate it, I write it down. And then you'll maybe start noticing patterns from your loved ones too, because you can connect with them also. Any
Just
other
quickly
words,
before we
Simon,
go, I'm not
before
giving a
we
read. Just
Hmm?
quickly before we go, I'm not giving a reading, but Diana Banks or Deanna Banks name, hello from Montana. Anything for me? My uncle passed away yesterday. I'm not going to go on that, Deanna. What I am going to get straight away is I always give what I get. Deanna, I don't know if you do it already. If not, you need to start looking into spirituality, because I got drawn to your energy. Your energy is very, very powerful. And I see a beautiful gold light in the center of your heart. And you have an ability somewhere, to the point that I think that you've had many experiences that you don't tell people. I even think that you may even see past spirits in your mind's eye around. You have quite a profound ability, Deanna. That's the instant thing I got. I apologize that it wasn't about your uncle that only passed away. I'm just telling you the energy I got. you've got a very powerful energy already connected to the higher realms, to your higher self, and to other dimensions and things like that. So there you go. You need to develop and take it a lot further than what you do at the moment, Deanna. Sorry about that, Karen, interrupting there.
Well, that's okay. Heidi, love to you also. Okay, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The channel will be featuring someone next week at 2 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So whatever you tuned in on, come on next week. And we try to get to everyone, but it's really difficult. Okay, thank you, Heidi. Sending love back to you. Oh, complete love to you all. Thank you all.